Hey guys, this is Dan with Gears and Gadgets. Thanks for tuning in. So this video is probably going to be the most conflict that I have faced as a creator on this platform. What it is I'm talking about is I just went on a self-funded trip to Las Vegas to attend the Ruroc 4.0 launch. You might be asking, where's the conflict in that? Actually sounds kind of fun. If you're not familiar, cut the Ruroc 3.0 in half. And my first impression of this helmet was...
That cheek pad is garbage.
So to say that I wasn't a Ruroc fanboy would be an understatement, but in that video I did say that I thought the carbon fiber shell was good, I thought the EPS liner was great. In terms of the interior, it was just basically the liner that I thought was lacking. So I was brutally honest. So when they invited me to the unveiling of the 4.0, I thought to myself, either they're just on a self-destructive mission or insane, or maybe they do have something. I don't know. I just kind of felt like I need to go to this on my terms. So I told them, look, I'll come. I'm going to ride up on my bike. I will pay for my own accommodations. So that is exactly what I did. I hopped on my bike and I started on the trek, the 5-hour trip to Las Vegas from Phoenix. I put on my Shoei RF 1400. Just so you guys are aware, my helmets have always been Shoeis. I rode with the RFSR originally, and then I graduated to the RF 1200, and when they came out with the 1400 with better ventilation, I made that jump as well. In terms of investment into Shoei, I'm all in with this helmet. So right now with that Transitions lens, this thing is like a $700 helmet. So I will tell you that on the way to Vegas, I really kind of struggle with this because I'm not interested in dunking on anybody. I'm not interested in going there and finding out that they have another helmet that I'm just not all that impressed with and making that video. That video would do really, really well on YouTube, but there's a lot of people behind the brand. It's kind of a lot of weight to carry, and it really kind of struck me as that. But then I started also struggling with, man, if I get there and that helmet's good, how do I share that? Because people are then going to just automatically assume, and I'm sure I would see it in the comments, that I was now just sponsored. And it was kind of a tough thing to weigh that out, because no matter which way I go with this, it's potentially not good. So I just decided, and this is why I'm sitting here in the studio making this video and not cutting it as a moto vlog or a formal unboxing. I just wanted to talk about this real, and that's what I'm doing here now. So to get all that out of the way, I got to the event on Saturday, and I was the most uncomfortable going into an event that I've ever been. I walk up there and I know that I'm amongst Ruroc fanboys. It's one of those deals where I didn't know if people knew who I was, but I felt like if they did know who I was, they probably hated me. And but whatever, I couldn't control that. And right off the bat, I check in, they hand me a box, and I went to the first kind of awkward corner that I could to unbox this thing, and I knew the first thing I was going to do was grab those cheek pads, and it was like, it was very weird because I felt like it was all going to start and stop at that point. And if I open this thing up and I felt like it was inferior, that's the first touch point. I really didn't know where I was going to go with that. Well, this is where we are now with this Ruroc 4.0, and to share with you guys, it's freaking legit. I mean, I opened that box, and as soon as I grabbed this liner, I felt like a weight lifted off my shoulders. Like, okay, at least now I'm stuck with the awkwardness of trying to share that it's good. And this is such a night and day difference. Now, I'm going to do a different video on unboxing. I'll get to that in a minute. How am I going to unbox something I've already unboxed? But we'll get to that in a second. I wanted this video mainly to be talking about struggling with the fact that it is good. This is mind-blowingly good. You know, comparing it to the 3.0, in terms of sound editing, I mean, it's I have to wait for people to get this in their hands for the comment section to verify what I'm saying. So if you're watching this video and this helmet has not come out yet and you see a bunch of people dogging on the brand, I challenge you to come back to the comment section after it's released and after people get this in their hands. I don't suspect that you're going to have people coming to the comments saying that I'm wrong, that this helmet is good. Now, I'm saying this now compared to the 3.0. What I'll tell you is that I put this helmet on and I started my ride back to Phoenix on Sunday, and I was blown away how quiet it was, how comfortable it was. The shockwave is great. It's kind of always been great. This is where I screwed up. When I put this on my head at the event, I felt like it was tight. Now, the last Ruroc that I had, the one that I cut in half, was an XL. Based on the size chart with their website, they then sent me out a large as a replacement with the thicker cheek pads, and that fit perfectly. And now that they actually have a truly plush interior, it makes it right-sized again back to the XL, which is what I am in showy as well, and is also what Ruroc's website says that I should be. So I put this on my head and I'm like, man, it's a little bit tight, but I just got a free helmet and I don't want to, I guess, I don't know. A lot of the commenters down below always like to tell you that your helmet's too big. So that came into play as well. So I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to let people dictate this one. I'll stick with the large. It feels a little snug. Well, when I got down the road about an hour into my ride, I started to get a pressure point in the back of my head, and I knew this helmet was just too small. And I got another hour down the road. So I made it about 2.5 hours down the road, and I had another 2 hours to go. And it was just a real hard pressure point in the back of the head. So I had to switch back to my Shoei RF 1400. I kid you not, I was actually disappointed that I was taking this off. I did not expect that. Now, in terms of sound, I just put a Reinhardt 2-in-1 exhaust on my Harley. So my exhaust is now significantly louder than what it was before. On the way to Vegas with the RF 1400, I had earplugs in, but by the time I got there, about the last half hour, I was just kind of ready for that ride to be over. So when I had to take this helmet off, the thought process was immediately, this is quieter. I feel like it's quieter. Can it be quieter than my RF4? It's like, is it possible that this was quieter than my RF 1400? I'm telling you it was. This helmet is legit. I reached back out to Ruroc after the ride home just to say, hey, look, I rode for 2 hours with this thing, a little over 2 hours, and I felt great, except for the fact that I think it was just one size too small. They're gonna send me out an extra large, and what I'm gonna do, because it's like I almost need to confirm for myself again that it is better than the RF 1400, and I'll make that claim if I feel that it's true. I'm almost willing now to say that it is. So I'm gonna wait for that extra large to come in, throw it on my head, and I'm going to ride for 2 hours, 2.5 hours, locally around town here, just to kind of replicate where I was at before. If those pressure points are gone, this, I don't know, it might become my helmet. The only reason why it's hard to say that is mainly because I came out here and kind of laughed at the 3.0. I guess where I'll leave this video off, again, this is just me trying to, I guess, set the groundwork for what I want to do as more like a more comprehensive review. This video might be used to help people understand the situation that I've kind of put myself in this whole Ruroc debacle. Again, this is not sponsored. I mean, if you count getting a free helmet is certainly, there's a value there, but I already have a fully kitted out, virtually brand new RF 1400 Shoei that I absolutely love. I don't need a new Ruroc. So yeah, I mean, that's as far as sponsorship goes. It's going to be conflict in terms of people not believing that I might not be sponsored. And I get it. People view social media with a lot of skepticism, as you should. I don't really blame people for that. It is what it is. So I'm really at this point now where very soon, within the next, I would assume, week, I will have a comprehensive review of this Ruroc 4.0. I'm going to put some time on this thing. I need to just confirm, but I'm here to tell you guys that my initial impressions is that you will see people in the comment section after this helmet drops. You can double check their website, but I'm not going to link anything in the description down below. I, again, don't want people to think that this is sponsored content. You can just Google Ruroc and, you know, find your way to their website, and I really don't care if you buy or don't. But again, I'm here to tell you that I think this is a legitimate helmet that is going to give some of your legacy brand names a bit of a run for their money. We'll see kind of where that goes. With that being said, guys, thank you guys very much for tuning in. This is my first impression of the Ruroc Atlas 4.0. This video is specifically being cut to respond to comments that will be coming about my final official-ish short-term, I guess I'll be doing like a short-term, long-term review. So I just want to put some more hours on this thing. I also challenge some of the naysayers out there who are in a position to purchase this thing independently. I would ask you to do it. Even the haters out there, I would say those are the ones that I want to hear from. I truly want to see people who hate this brand buy this 4.0, do an independent review. With that being said, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. If this is your first time tuning in, please hit that subscribe button down below. Remember, likes go a long way to help support the channel. I will see you guys next time, which very well might be the longer ride with that Ruroc. I've got some other videos kind of in between there I got to get done too. So I have a lot of stuff that's backlogged here for videos. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks. See you later.